Hey guys, this is the review for Money in the Bank pay-per-view that happened last night. So much to cover. First was Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass. Daniel started off good, but ended up with getting hurt in his midsection, so Big Cass took a lot of advantage. Only pretty early on, Big Cass ended up hurting his knee, and Daniel took advantage of that, started banging into the ring post. But every time Daniel started getting a leg up, Big Cass was always right on him. He was actually doing pretty good, but then Daniel was able to start getting onto his leg, ended up putting on a heel hook, and won the match. And I love this match. It was really back and forth, but it was really good, and Big Cass pulled out all the stops, but still Daniel Bryan reigned supreme, and it was a really good match. The second match was Bobby Lashley versus Sami Zayn. Sami started off the match by just infuriating Bobby Lashley by slipping in and out of the ring over and over. Finally, Bobby fell for it, got out of the ring, went to chase him, but Sami got him first, and he immediately started attacking on Bobby. He got a few near falls with Bobby, but then Bobby turned it around, ended up doing 3 vertical suplexes to Sami, which I guess was said to have given him vertigo the last time it happened. But those 3 vertical suplexes ended up giving Bobby the win over Sami. The next match was Seth Rollins versus Elias. Elias really took it to Seth's neck. At one point, he kept bouncing his neck area off of the ring apron, causing a lot of pain. Seth went to do something off the top rope at one point when he started having an advantage, but Elias moved. And as he landed on his feet, but he tweaked or something. He did something to his left knee. Then he ended up clutching onto that. Elias still kept doing damage to his neck, but it took a little while before he realized that Seth's knee was hurt. By the time he ended up doing that, Seth started pulling out a bunch of stops. So did Elias. There were a lot more near falls. Things started happening. Finally, Elias went to try to do a roll-up on Seth, who reversed it by grabbing onto his belt. And then when he rolled over, he had a handful of Elias' belt, so Elias couldn't kick out of the roll-up, so Seth got the win. When it ended, you could see Elias trying to tell the ref, he had my belt, he had my tights, he was holding on to me, there was no way he could have gotten out of the roll-up. But he won the match. But Seth won the match. And then it was the Women Money in the Bank match. Now those first 3 matches were good. They were really good. There was a lot of near falls between everyone, and they were great matches. But where it really started getting going was the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. At the beginning of the match, everyone was going after each other, and it ended up maybe 1 or 2 minutes in, Becky ended up in the ring alone with no ladders. She was just completely by herself in the ring, just standing there. At one point, a ladder's brought in. That's not even half the size that you need for the ladder. It's tiny. I think Alexa was the one who brought it in. Well, I think Alexa might have been the one who brought that in. But at one point, Becky got rid of it, got a bigger ladder. And they started doing something. People were getting thrown in and out. They ran all over the place. Ember at one point had an advantage over the others, but she got thrown onto a ladder that was put in the ringside. They were doing a lot. Natalya put a sharpshooter on someone and was just waiting, but nothing was going to come out of that. Sasha put a bank statement on Alexa, I think, waiting for her to tap, but that's not going to do anything to help you, so that was kind of useless. Finally, it came down to Becky and Alexa were the 2 people in the ring climbing up the ladder, and Alexa pushed Becky off, and she landed on another ladder. Alexa went up and got the briefcase, and she won, and the first briefcase went to Raw's side. After the match, after she was celebrating, I had Kurt and Paige in the back. Kurt is so excited that the first briefcase went to Raw, and Paige is congratulating him but saying there's another ladder match. Baron comes and says that yes, there is another one, but hopefully that one goes to Raw also, because if both briefcases don't go to Monday Night Raw, Stephanie will be really disappointed. Again, hearing her name makes me cringe. But before Kurt could say anything, Paige is like, oh, Commissioner, concierge, whatever your role is, are you sore because last year you lost Money in the Bank? So are you just like sore about that? Is that why you're being so like annoying about this? And she's like teasing Corbin, who leaves, and Kurt and Paige have a laugh. I thought that was funny. That made me laugh. That was hysterical. The next match was Roman Reigns versus Jinder Mahal. When it started, Sunil is on the entrance ramp, and he does the intro for Jinder, but he's in a wheelchair with like a neck brace and a like sling for his arm, and he's sitting there and he's having trouble saying the words, but he's trying. And Jinder comes out and he's pushing Sunil down the ramp slowly. He keeps checking on him, making sure he's okay, and it's like finally gets him in front of the announce table. Like he keeps checking on him the whole time. And he goes in the ring. He's mad. Sunil's mad. They're both mad at Roman for injuring him, but Roman doesn't really care. He comes down the ring, does his thing. They start fighting. And it's like even, not much. But then Roman tries to do a kick to Jinder, who moves, and he's on the ring apron, but he moved. Then when Roman's back is turned, Sunil just jumps up from his wheelchair and pushes Roman headfirst into the ring post. And then Jinder starts getting a leg up for that. Everyone is like in shock that Sunil just got up, but the ref didn't see it. So Jinder takes advantage, starts going after Roman, and they start having match. Jinder's having offense, he's doing it, but then Roman starts to get his momentum back, and he keeps putting like Roman in this like chokehold, like kind of a sleeper, but like a choker type hold, but he kept getting out of it. He tried for a Superman punch, didn't connect, and then he tried again, and it did, but Jinder kicked out, so he tried at one point got out of the ring again. When his back was turned, Sunil stood up and started and pushed him, but Roman caught himself, turned around, realized that Sunil was standing, and he's just mad at him. The ref turns around, sees that Sunil is up, and is like, "What are you doing? Get back in your chair, or why are you even standing at all?" And then Roman is extremely mad. At first he runs, he gets the kick that he wanted for Jinder before, and he succeeds this time. And then he goes and he hits Jinder with a Superman punch, but then he goes again and spears him. He gets back in the ring, he ends up spearing Jinder for the win, and wins against Jinder Mahal, so Roman Reigns is the winner. Next, and this match was just interesting. Carmella versus Asuka for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So they're going back and forth. Carmella keeps making the stupid mistake of slapping Asuka, just making her angry, which is the worst thing you can do. So Asuka started getting offense on her and was starting to, but every time she went to like kick her head off, Carmella would just be able to dodge it and started getting offense on Asuka, kept getting near falls and was getting very frustrated. At one point, Asuka succeeded in getting her knee kick, and then she got her actual kick. But right after Carmella kicked out, this person came on the ring apron wearing the robe and the mask of Asuka. It freaked me out when I saw this. This scared me so bad. This comes up on the ring apron. Asuka notices. Carmella's in shock too. Everyone's just staring. Asuka is horrified. She's like terrified watching this. She just sees this lady and she's turning her head and she's just looking at this person like, what? Why? Like, why? she doesn't even have words. She's just, I don't know about distracted. Not really distracted. It's more like terrified. And then Carmella tries to take advantage and goes for a roll-up, but it doesn't work. Asuka kicks out, then she does that knee kick to her again. And then when Carmella's on the side, Asuka again has her attention on the person on the ring apron and is just like in shock still, just trying to figure out like what is going on. Finally, the person takes off the mask and it's James Ellsworth. Carmella's little lapdog sidekick person is back. Asuka looked like she was ready to kill him. She's like still in shock, but is like so mad. Looks like she's about to scream, but because her attention is diverted, Carmella took advantage, did her princess kick. 1, 2, 3. She retains the title, and I was so mad at this because like it would be one thing if Carmella just put up a huge fight and then did the princess kick and won, but once again she needed help to win. And it's like if Ellsworth hadn't been there and she had just won fair and square with that. I mean, I know basically it was still like fair and square in a way because it was just a 1, 2, 3 pin. But the fact that she needed help to win, she needed Ellsworth in order to keep her belt, that she couldn't just do it herself. Like, she's gonna be like, I was ready and all that, but are you really ready if you need someone's help in order to win the match? Like, that just infuriated me. It's like, when she kicked Asuka, we're just thinking, like, please don't be knocked out, please, just kick out, please. But Carmella got the win, and then she was just, like, celebrating with Ellsworth. And when Asuka finally woke up and realized what was going on, she looked like she was ready to kill. She was so mad. The ref is helping her, but she's just, oh, so mad. And I was so mad, too. I was about ready to just stop watching because it felt like an upset. I didn't like it. It felt like a major thing, but you know, time for the next match, and it was AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. And for me, I'm still feeling sore over what happened in that last match because I was really wanting Asuka to win that belt. And so I'm just like, AJ better win this. There were so many near falls in this match. So many close calls. At one point, AJ gets low blowed by Shinsuke, and I'm thinking, it's over. It's done. It's over. But he got up at 9, and Shinsuke is amazed. At one point, a table is set up in it, and AJ goes crashing through it. Again, I thought he was out. I thought it was over. He got up at 9 again. Then they're on the outside. They're on the outside of the thing. Shinsuke starts having a thing happen with his knee. Like, his knee got hurt, so he's, like, injured there. He gets low blowed by AJ, gets up at 9. Finally, he asks for more. AJ finally gets up on the top, gets Shinsuke on the table, gets up on the top rope, gives him the phenomenal forearm. He gets up, well, AJ gets up, I think, at like 7 or 8. And Shinsuke did not get up in time. He was just there. The 10 count happened, and AJ retains his title, and that restored my faith in this night. Like, seriously, I was like, if he doesn't win this match, I will be so upset. But still, I have my notes. But I was like, I would be livid if he didn't win. But he retained his title, and that was great for me. Now, this next match, I love this match. Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. Now, this was the first time Ronda had ever fought by herself. Ever. Her first singles match. And she, while Nia at the beginning was dominating with all her moves, at one point, when she did her first power slam thing, Ronda tried to get out, but like for some reason fell through the ropes onto the floor. Like I don't know what happened. Ronda just, I don't know if she was dizzy or what, but she just fell out of the ring. But finally she got back in. Their two things happened. Nia continued to overpower her. At one point she got Ronda on the top rope, but Ronda got her out. And Ronda surprised everyone when at some point she did kicks or something. She did her punches, she got Nia down. She surprised everyone when she went up to the top rope. Everyone was like, wait, what? Where are you going? You're going up there? Okay. She got up to the top rope. No one saw that coming. And she did the splash onto Nia. Got 1-2. Wasn't very happy. But then she started like picking up Nia. And she like picked her up on the side. And everyone was like, what is she doing? She got a judo. I think, what they call it? A judo. So I'm just trying to figure this out. 2 judo throws. She got 2 judo throws onto Nia for near falls. Finally, she gets Nia into an armbar. It takes a couple tries, but she finally locks it in. And before Nia can tap, Alexa comes out. The match ends in disqualification. She starts hitting Ronda and Nia with the briefcase. She throws Ronda out of the ring. That she keeps like starting to hand the belt over to the ref, the briefcase over to the ref, but then she stops and she sees Ronda, so she goes out, hits her with the briefcase again, and then throws Ronda over the announce table. Then she gets back in the ring, finally cashes in the briefcase. She hits Nia's arm, gives her a punch, but then when Nia's down, she goes up to the top rope, does Twisted Bliss, 1, 2, 3, and wins the Raw Women's Championship for the 5th time. She's celebrating. It's a great moment for her. And then it's the final match of the night, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Everyone's fighting each other. Really small ladders are being brought in. Finally, at one point, Braun is up on the entrance ramp and everyone is gaining up on him. And is like everyone but Miz. Everyone else is like gaining up on him. They get him on the ground and they just start pushing a bunch of ladders down and they fall on him. I think it's Bobby Roode who realizes that Miz is in the ring trying to set up a ladder, and they go, and then there's all that, and then everyone's like climbing on top of each other, like throwing each other down and all that stuff. At one point, Bobby Roode and Finn has a ladder, and he's on the entrance ramp. He has a tall ladder, and he's starting to go, but he can't get it. Braun, who had been under all the ladders for like 5 or 10 minutes or something, basically rose from the dead, grabbed the ladder, and Finn is like in shock when he sees him. And and Braun gets him. Bobby tries to stop him, and Braun just goes right through him. Braun is running down, and 2 of them, can't remember which 2 they are, but they have the ladder. Braun just runs right through the ladder. Just runs right through it. Freaks out everyone. Miz is in the ring. He's horrified by that. He's just staring. He is literally terrified. He doesn't know what to think of it. Braun is in the ring, and then there's more, and then Braun gets thrown out, and then it's Rusev, and then it's Kevin, and then it's Rusev again. And then it's Miz, and it's Finn, and it's Rusev, Miz, Rusev. And I didn't know who, after a while, I was like, okay, who's winning? Like, I didn't know anymore, and I was really confused. And then Finn's on one side, Braun's on the other. Kofi just comes out of nowhere and jumps onto Braun's back. He's like trying to climb on top of Braun to get to the ladder. Braun finally manages to get Kofi off him. He punches Finn, so Finn is like holding onto the ladder, but he's too far down. Braun just climbs up a little bit, grabs the briefcase, and then he has the briefcase, so both of the briefcases went to Raw. So I guess for Baron Corbin can shut up. Because like Stephanie got her wish, both of the things went to Raw. And that was that match. Also, what I forgot to mention was at the beginning, we finally found the mystery of which member New Day was getting in. First, everyone's like rounding up Big E. He starts to walk. Xavier Woods puts his hand on Big E's shoulder to stop him. He gives Big E his, or Kofi, whichever one, his trumpet. No, trombone? I don't know. He gives it to them, takes off his. He's walking up, then he like rips off his vest, and it has Kofi written on his chest, and then it's revealed that's Kofi. And then Kofi runs down there, and there's a bunch of stuff going on, and so there's that. Money in the Bank. This pay-per-view was insane. I can't wait to see Monday Night Raw tonight to see the fallout. And sometime tonight, I ended up having to film on my phone for Money in the Bank pay-per-view, so that's still uploading onto YouTube from my phone, so that should be up at some point today. I thought it had uploaded last night, but there was an error, so that's going on with that. It's still uploading again. So in any case, my live reaction will come some point. Here's the review. I can't wait to see what goes on Monday, and I can't wait to see what goes on tomorrow too. So, yep, I will see you for the live reaction shortly. Till then,